Allie, and I'm from Discovery Museum. I'm sitting here at my kitchen counter with some supplies in front of me to show you how to create a very simple material that can inspire both creative, expressive art and at the same time, science experiments with the liquid and solid states of matter. What is this powerful, playful material? It's colored ice cubes that I like to call paint-sicles. I'm holding up a paint-sicle right now. It's a pink ice cube with a toothpick sticking out of it that I'm holding onto like a handle. Now there are two parts to this project, which you can read on the screen. The first part is making your paint-sicles, and the second part is experimenting and painting with them. For part one, to make paint-sicles, all you need to do is freeze colored water in an ice cube tray or small plastic containers like the ones I have here. For the color, you could use washable paint or food coloring. I don't have those, so I took some colored chalk and crushed it up into a powder. And I put that powder, a different color, in each of my small containers. Next, I'm going to mix in a little bit of water to each of the containers. Not too much because I want my colors to stay nice and dark. It's also fun to add in a little bit of scent to your paint-sicles. I'm going to add a few drops of orange extract, but you could use any scented extract or spice that you know you and your child like. And because these are going to be frozen and cold, I like to add a handle so that I don't have to hold the actual ice cube when I paint. The handle can be anything that's like a stick, a popsicle stick, or even a small twig from outside. I'm going to use a toothpick that I've snapped the pointy ends off of. To make that handle stand up, I'm covering my ice cube container with tin foil. And I'm going to take my popsicle stick, poke it through the foil and down into the colored water so that it stands upright. There are lots of ways that you can adapt paint-sicles to better work for your family. You can leave out the scent altogether. You could make them in larger containers like this plastic cup so that they're bigger and easier to manipulate. You could try a different kind of handle like this pipe cleaner with a loop on the end so that you can loop around your finger and then paint with like a ring. Or you can leave out the handle altogether and just put on a pair of washable gloves to keep your hands warm instead. You know what will work best for your family, and there's no wrong way to experiment and to make art. So when your paint-sicles are ready, you can put them in the freezer until they're frozen solid. I'm opening up my freezer and putting my paint-sicles inside. Once your paint-sicles are frozen, you can get a piece of paper and start part two, experimenting and painting. Now you can see me painting with my paint-sicles. They are full of interesting sensations, and the first time you paint with them, you may not be quite sure how they're going to work. This can be a lot to get used to, so it's a good idea to give yourself some time just to play around with them and notice what they can do. You and your child might like to experiment with paint-sicles for one longer amount of time, or break it up into several shorter chunks of time. Either way, the more you experiment with them, the more you'll learn how you like to use them, and your experiments might just turn into works of art. Here are some other pictures I've made. One with different colored circles, and one that shows a sunny beach.